Hello and welcome to What the Flick. It's just us. Ben is out of town and Matt has tomato pressing issues.
Matt has a real job.
Yes. Although I was just thinking tomato pressing, like I'm just imagining him, making sauce or something.
Right, like he's like in a big vat.
Exactly.
Stomping around.
Anyway, Tom Cruise is back with Oblivion from the director of Tron Legacy, and you're going to explain it.
Yes, I'm going to try to explain it, how it's cobbled together from like 18 other movies. In a world where scavengers have taken over the Earth, and there's been some kind of apocalypse in which the moon's gone off kilter and everything's been destroyed. All of our landmarks have been decimated, but they're still kind of recognizable through the rubble and the wasteland. Tom Cruise now, what does he do? He like fixes droids.
He's a mechanic and cleanup.
He fixes droids in the years, 2077, and he has this beautiful assistant played by Andrea, is it Riseborough or Riesborough?
I think it's Riesborough.
We're gonna look it up.
From WE.
Yes, and one day, these memories keep coming back to him, and it's from his long ago past that was supposed to have been erased, but he can't let go of the memories because he's Tom Cruise. Take a look.
Doesn't seem right. We won the war. Now we have to leave. I wanted to spend the rest of my life here.
This is Mission Control. How y'all doing this morning?
2 more weeks, Jack, and we can finally leave and join the others.
The last Super Bowl was played right here. Seconds left on the clock. Hubie throws a Hail Mary. Touchdown!
You're still an effective team.
An object came down in 1-7.
Got it. On my way.
Jack.
How do you know my name? Things you need to know.
I don't want to know!
I've been watching you, Jack.
We are not an effective team.
They don't have to die.
So I was saying they're counting.
The other movies?
The better sci-fi movies this reminds me of. From 2001 to Moon,
Planet
to Planet
of the Apes. To Tron, to some extent even. Me too. It was sort of just kind of cataloging after a while.
Also, he's like essentially Space Maverick. It's a lot of Top Gun. With the aviator sunglasses and a motorcycle.
True. He is still mavericky after all these years. Here's the thing. I actually liked Tron Legacy.
Me too.
I know that was not everybody did. I thought that was a really cool movie.
It was a good use of 3D.
Definitely, yeah. And I think Joseph Kosinski, this is his second feature, and both films I think sort of deal with this kind of, the triumph of humanity over, crushing mechanization, and the how love endures, and he definitely has kind of a slick aesthetic that's at play here. There's a lot of the sort of cool white plastic stuff in this movie that would not have been out of place in the Tron world.
It's very beautiful. The house they live in is like up on some kind of stairway with these cool platforms, and they have like a space pool that they do it in, like a glass bottom space pool
that's suspended over the void
that they can do it in.
But the problem is, because the movie's cobbled together from so many familiar sources, you can see all the twists coming because you've seen this movie before in other formats, so you know where it's going. The Matrix is certainly one we could add to that list.
Right.
So you're just kind of, not only are you waiting for them to just get the reveal out of the way, but when the reveal finally comes, the movie treats it like,
it's
surprise!
So exciting,
like,
shocking.
Yeah, we knew.
It's
already,
not novel at all. I should have mentioned also, yes, there's a lot of Matrix in here because Morgan Freeman plays the leader of this underground, and he has like the long coat and the sunglasses indoors inside of these cave-like areas they've cobbled together for themselves.
And he's going to tell the hero the truth if he can handle the truth.
Yes, and he also gets to say, "You look like shit."
Yeah, I know. In my review, I said the YouTube reel of the hundreds of people in different movies saying "you look like shit" just got 3 seconds longer.
Yes.
So it's
beautiful.
It's beautiful, and the score is fine. It's M83, but they're pretty much doing the Daft Punk score.
It's very Daft Punky. It's very techno-y.
With a little blah from Inception thrown in.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, this kind of just left me cold. I think there's some cool things to look at, but all the ideas are rehashed.
I would say before it has these big reveals that are very self-serious, when it's just about Tom Cruise kind of messing around the remnants of the planet and fixing the droids.
The drones.
The drones.
It should be pointed out they're drones, because I think if this movie has anything that feels
Are they drones?
They are called drones, yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know if that's sort of accidentally political, this movie, or if it's sort of stealth making this big statement about drone warfare that's happening right now.
Because they do kind of have minds of their own at times.
Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, if you say the right combination of words to them, you can get them to back off of whatever nefarious thing it is that they're about to do. But there are moments where, like, we can't necessarily trust the droids. Drones. I'm so screwed up. They're drones.
Yeah, they are drones.
But they look kind of R2-D2-y.
They do. They're big, roundy things with kind of not faces, but they've got like yeah. So I don't, I don't know if anybody's going to point to go, oh yes, this, it's this cutting political satire or whatever. That might just have just been a coincidence.
I don't think it is that.
No, I don't think so either.
I think it's just yet another like post-apocalyptic, in a world kind of.
Yeah. I mean, they even
movie.
show you like the torch of the Statue of Liberty like on the ground twice in case we missed it the first time.
And the Empire State Building is an important plot point or whatever. Yeah. When it's just about him flying around and the tension that is increasingly building between him and his partner, who's kind of also his romantic partner. But she's great in it, by the way, because she has these chilling, tiny, small twists and turns to her character that keep revealing themselves. So she's great in it. Tom Cruise does not have a whole lot to do here at all.
Not much. I mean, he's one of those movies where he plays the first half of the movie with this as literally a blank slate because his memory has been wiped, and then even once he starts getting his memories back, he's still kind of blank. There's not a big difference in the way the characters.
But you have your obligatory Tom Cruise running, the open-handed Tom Cruise running that I'm so fond of.
Yes, absolutely.
And he has to wear a baseball cap as he does in all movies. And Ignati, my former co-host, had a good, funny tweet about all the Tom Cruise characters that are named Jack.
Oh, Dave Karger actually on Fandango has a funny thing where he quizzes Tom Cruise, like, okay, name the 3 movies where you played a guy named Jack, the 2 Davids, 2 Raymonds, and like 2 characters with a brother named Raymond. It's
funny.
Pretty funny.
We've been around forever. This happened. So yeah, so it's very, very pretty. My sister and brother-in-law were here in town when I saw this, and afterward they're like, is it worth seeing? And I can't really. I mean, if it's the only thing playing at the moment in time that you're at the multiplex, it's not a terrible way to spend 2 hours.
If you're thinking, if it sounds like the kind of thing that you're excited about seeing, and you can see it in IMAX.
Oh yes, it's an IMAX.
Maybe see it in IMAX.
It is cool looking
because it is visually pretty splendid. But yeah, it just I would have liked to have had one sort of surprise, but I was doing the same thing. I was just kind of checking off all the movies that WALL-E,
there is some WALL-E
all the
to
movies
it,
that it was borrowing from.
All right, so let's do numbers, please.
I give it a 5.4.
I give it a 5.6, so our average is 5.5. It's a little higher on the tomato meter. It's by 61%, and it's been hovering around there, so it's barely fresh.
Yeah, it's real purty. That's about it.